Hi YouTubers, it's mostly Sunday for today. So I'm in my room making a video right now. It's going to be another video, random topic. It's going to be cigar beetles. So I want to talk about cigar beetles right now. Now cigar beetles are actual beetles. So what are cigar beetles? They are beetles. So now basically cigar beetles are bugs that are on your cigar, the tobacco plant. So when tobacco is grown, you have bugs, obviously, just like with any crop, whether it's corn, whether it's tomatoes, watermelons, there are bugs. And you can get beetles and spiders on your cigars. Usually, with most companies, the tobacco before it's processed is frozen, or the tobacco leaves are frozen at a very low temperature, usually around -50 degrees, and they use a commercial freezer and they are frozen, and that kills all the beetles, larvae, eggs. Yes, it's gross. So, but with the right humidity climates, cigars. I do apologize. I have to just clear my throat. Days 8. Sorry, I ate a little bit too fast. I have a little bit of a scratchy throat. But point is, back to the video. Basically, if you store your cigars too humid or too high in temperature, you can actually hatch beetles, or the eggs can hatch, and they can basically eat away your cigars. Now, as long as you store your cigars below, depends who you talk to, around 70 degrees or lower, you will never have problems with beetles. Never. If you store your cigars between 60 degrees and lower, you're never going to see them. Because in order for beetles to hatch the eggs and the larvae, it has to be usually at least 76 degrees Fahrenheit and percent humidity. But that's the problem, especially if you don't have AC in your house and you live in a place where it's very hot outside. You're going to have beetle problems. Now, in general, like I said, most cigar companies store their cigars and freeze them, and they have very strict regulations about that, or rules. So, but with the right humidity climates, if there's a few beetle eggs, you may have problems. And what beetles do basically is they devour your cigars. They eat them. So you will see holes, and you'll know it if you have it. So you will see little holes about the size, tiny, like little round holes, and they will eat away your cigars, the beetles. And basically, if this happens, your cigars won't puff right because they have holes in them. And they won't actually hurt you, beetles, but they're not a health concern, unlike mold, which will actually hurt you, can give you bronchitis. But in general, beetles won't actually hurt you. So, what do you do if you have beetles? Basically, if you find beetles in your cigars, if you find them when you buy your cigars, chuck them. Throw them away. Don't even think about smoking them. Don't put them in your humidor, wine door, cooler door, top of door. So, if you have a beetle outbreak, as it's called, you need to take your cigars, put them in your freezer for 3 to 10 days, then bring them back into your refrigerator for 3 to 10 days, then to your humidor, and the cigars that are too badly damaged, just throw them away. So you have to be careful. And it's usually not an issue because most companies really do deep freeze their cigars, but it can be an issue. So store your cigars around 70 degrees and 70% humidity or less. Anyway, bye.